In the heart of the vast Egyptian desert, where golden sand dunes stretch endlessly under a boundless blue sky, Dr. Ahmed Al-Sharif, an ambitious young archaeologist, led his small team on a long-awaited exploratory mission. The sun beat down on their faces, the air carried fine desert sand, and the wind howled in their ears like a silent warning. After years of meticulous research and study, analyzing ancient manuscripts and deciphering obscure maps, Ahmed was on the verge of realizing his dream, to discover an unknown pharaonic tomb untouched by human feet for thousands of years, perhaps holding secrets yet to be revealed about an ancient civilization. The team finally reached the designated site, guided by a mysterious archaeological map Ahmed had found in the archives of an old library in Cairo. The location was a small sandy mound that seemed unremarkable to the naked eye, blending seamlessly into the harsh desert terrain. But Ahmed was certain that the secret lay beneath, and that this mound concealed an entrance to a forgotten world. The excavation began with extreme caution, under Ahmed's direct supervision, as he directed every step. The task was arduous, sand constantly seeped back into the dug areas, yet a spirit of perseverance filled the air. After long hours of strenuous work under the scorching sun, the first signs of the ancient civilization emerged, massive, precisely carved stones adorned with strange inscriptions and hieroglyphic symbols that the team couldn't immediately decipher. Ahmed's heart pounded with intense excitement as his team exchanged looks of anticipation and thrill. Every swing of the pickaxe brought them closer to a monumental historical revelation. As the excavation progressed, it became clear they were facing the entrance to a true tomb, tightly sealed with a colossal granite slab, bearing inscriptions and symbols Ahmed had never seen before, some appearing to be direct warnings. The team used their specialized tools to slowly open the entrance, and as the heavy stone gradually shifted, a stale, ancient odor emanated, mixed with thick dust that filled the air, as if the tomb was breathing after a long slumber. After clearing the entrance and ventilating the space briefly to ensure safety, Ahmed and his team stepped into a dark corridor, where faint streaks of sunlight filtered down from a small opening above. The walls were covered with vibrant, colorful paintings that, despite millennia, depicted stories of pharaohs and their kings, ancient gods and the afterlife, and mysterious rituals they didn't fully comprehend. The atmosphere was charged with mystery, and every step echoed in the profound silence. At the end of the long corridor, they reached the main burial chamber. The chamber was lavishly decorated, with remnants of gold and precious stones glittering on the walls and ceiling. It contained intricately carved stone sarcophagi and wooden chests filled with priceless treasures and artifacts, small statues, pottery, and exquisitely designed jewelry. In the center of the chamber stood a massive, gleaming black granite sarcophagus, adorned with elaborate golden inscriptions depicting winged deities and enigmatic symbols that radiated a subtle, eerie power. While the team was busy meticulously examining and documenting the chamber's contents, Ahmed felt something strange. A profound and settling silence settled over the place, deeper than the desert's external quiet, as if time itself had stopped within this room. Suddenly, without warning, the inscriptions on the chamber walls began to glow with a faint, eerie blue light, and faint, incomprehensible whispers began to echo through the space, gradually growing louder. A cold shiver ran down Ahmed's spine. He felt a mix of fear and dread. He knew they had crossed a line, that they had awakened something ancient and terrifying that had been dormant for thousands of years. Ignoring his subconscious warnings, his curiosity compelled him to approach the black sarcophagus, drawn by its mysterious energy. With extreme caution, his hands trembling slightly, Ahmed carefully slid open the heavy sarcophagus lid. Inside, a mummy lay meticulously wrapped in linen, its face remarkably preserved. On its chest rested a large golden amulet, centered with a jewel that glowed faintly, bearing a strange symbol Ahmed had never encountered in any of his books. As Ahmed reached out to lift the amulet, a thunderous roar echoed, shaking the very foundations of the tomb, and the chamber began to violently tremble, as if it would collapse at any moment. Panic seized the team, and one of them screamed in terror, "The curse! It's the curse!" They began to run frantically, desperate to escape and return to the outside. But the passages seemed to have shifted, the walls moved, and the tomb transformed into an endless labyrinth, with corridors intertwining and the paths they had entered through disappearing. Shadows darted quickly in the corners, and the voices grew stronger, as if the angry spirits of ancient pharaohs were chasing them, reclaiming their sacred space. Ahmed tried to recall his way out, running through the identical passages, but everything looked different and unfamiliar. He felt that the pharaoh's curse had befallen them, and that they would pay the price for desecrating the tomb, and that the spirits of the dead would not leave them alone. The walls seemed to close in on them, and the mysterious sound pursued them everywhere. Finally, after long hours of terror, confusion, and getting lost in the tomb's darkness, Ahmed, with the help of a team member carrying a powerful flashlight, managed to find the exit with great difficulty, as if the tomb was reluctant to release them. They emerged exhausted and terrified, covered in cold sweat, but they had miraculously escaped an unknown fate. As Ahmed looked back at the sandy mound, which now appeared more menacing and mysterious in the moonlight, he felt a deep sense of sadness and regret. He had fulfilled his dream of discovering an unknown tomb, but with it, he had unleashed an ancient force he had never anticipated, a curse that might haunt them forever. As they drove away from the site, having made a silent pact never to return, he knew that this journey would forever torment him in his nightmares and thoughts. A stark reminder of the past's immense power and its unfathomable mysteries that should never be underestimated.